What's going on, everybody? It's your boy D. We're back in it. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And today we're gonna be flying the Cessna Citation CJ4. We got the Bushrat executive livery on there, which is really dope, man. I love that colorway on that plane. But yeah, we're gonna fly out of San Juan. And it's going to be a short trip, man, into St. Thomas. I'm going to try to use the VNav as well as the flying into runway 10 using RNav. And let's see if I could pull off this landing, man. I've been having a rough time with the CJ4 and being able to land. Takes a lot of, takes some practice. So it may not be a perfect landing, but like they say, it's successful if you landed in one piece and you're able to fly again. So let's see what we can do here. So we're gonna get the cockpit ready and then get ready to get out of here. So let's jump into it. Welcome aboard the flight deck of the Citation CJ4. And we're turning the systems on now. We got our first officer here asking for IFR clearance. I'm going to get the flight computer ready.
Cessna 778 cleared to St. Thomas Airport as filed.
We're going to check on some METARs and input some performance numbers. Here we're getting the positioning ready. And it should be a pretty smooth flight into St. Thomas. Some clouds, some low clouds, but this plane handles it well. Got two powerful jet engines on board, so it's a great plane, man. Easy to operate, easy to get started. Autopilot. Here we got this is the METAR for San Juan, so I'm gonna input this into performance under takeoff, and it'll give us our speeds in which to take off. I usually pre-input the approach, but most times it'll change. So you usually change the wind and the direction. Maybe a few minutes after they give you the clearance to approach. So it's the way I do it. I'm not saying it's correct, but it's the way I do it. So we're gonna put all the inputs in. Made sure that the external power was hooked up. So we're on our way to St. Thomas. It's my first time flying from San Juan to St. Thomas. It's about the route we're taking is about 140 miles, nautical miles away. So it's a very quick flight. Take it up to 11,000 feet, and then it's a few minutes up there, and then it's start to descend. So now on the flight plan, we're going to delete discontinuities and vectors and double waypoints that don't belong in the flight plan. That would kind of mess everything up if you don't clean it up. Microsoft Flight Simulator, the whole the whole computer thing. It's getting better, a lot better, but it still needs some work. So you have to go in and mitigate the problems the bugs would cause. So going in, double checking your flight plan, making sure that the plane's gonna fly in the direction you want it to once you throw it into autopilot. So that's what I'm doing right here. As you can see, I'm deleting double waypoints that are in there. Some blank waypoints that are just sitting there that could throw the plane off. And just making sure that everything flows, man. That the flight plan, it reflects in the computer what you had on your brief. So once we get done with that, we'll be ready for pushback, man, and we'll get the engine started and start making our way towards the runway. All right, so we're gonna get the engine started and request pushback. Time to taxi on out of here.
San Juan ground Cessna 778 requesting pushback.
Cessna 778 pushback request accepted.
May I have your attention, please? At this time, please comply with the illuminated seat belt and no smoking signs.
San Juan ground Cessna 778 requesting the end of pushback.
Cessna 778 request to end pushback received.
San Juan ground Cessna 778 with Quebec ready to taxi IFR.
Cessna 778 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 using taxiway November tree Papa Hotel Motel 7. Contact tower on 132.05 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 28 using taxiway November tree Papa Hotel 7 Cessna 778. San Juan ground Southwest 1879er request taxi to parking.
Southwest 1879er taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Hotel 5 Mike November tree.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Hotel 5 Mike November tree Southwest 1879er.
So I'm gonna go real quick through the before taxiing checklist, make sure I got everything. As you can see, I turned on the cabin temp to normal. And I'm just going through a few things that I've already done, but it's good to make sure that, you know, you double check everything. So the checklist on the CJ4 is very good. This is, by the way, not the default CJ4, but the working title CJ4. It's a plane that's, you know,
Autopilot.
that's
Autopilot.
like the fly-by-wire A320 is a group of developers working on it, and it's to this point has been phenomenal. I think that this plus the fly-by-wire A320, two of the best planes right now in the sim, other than Aerosoft, the Aerosoft CRJ, but that's a payware. It's, you know, an amazing plane, but you're also going to drop $50 on that one, which I'm looking forward to getting down the road once I get the hang of the A320 and this one here. So looks like everything's in order, so I think we're going to start taxiing to the runway in a moment. So I'm going to play the passenger brief, and we're going to make our way towards runway 28.
May I have your attention, please? Welcome aboard the Citation CJ4 aircraft. Your flight crew will make every effort to make your trip a pleasant one. At this time, please refer to the passenger briefing card located near your seat for important safety-related information. Smoking is prohibited aboard this aircraft while the no smoking lights are illuminated and prohibited in the lavatory at all times. Aviation regulations require passenger compliance with lighted no smoking and seatbelt signs, placards, as well as flight crew instructions. For taxi, takeoff, and landing, please ensure that your lap belt and shoulder harness are fastened and all portable electronic devices are turned off. Tables, luggage, and loose articles must be stowed and secured. End into the buckle. Pull on the lap belt strap to tighten the lap belt. To fasten the shoulder harness, pull the shoulder harness strap across and in front of you and hook the metal end onto the stud located on your lap belt. To release your lap belt,
Caution, other traffic.
Position Cessna 778.
Sometimes ground loves to stop you for phantom traffic. I don't see anything. No traffic whatsoever around me. Just planes at the gate. Oh wait, I think I see something coming. What the hell is that? It's a little forklift. What the hell's a forklift doing in the middle of the taxi here? Alright, there he goes. I guess that was the traffic that we're talking about. It's so weird. You know what? I'm not gonna wait for them to clear me. We're just gonna keep taxiing.
the main entry door, which you use to enter the aircraft, may also be used as an emergency exit. To open the main entry door, first, push in on the inner paddle located above the inner handle. Second, pull down on the inner handle approximately 90 degrees. Push the door open and lower the stairs to exit the aircraft. Life vest locations are placarded near your seat. To don the life vest, tear open the storage bag. the strap. Inflate the life vest after exiting the plane by pulling downward on both red tabs. If the life vest fails to inflate, blow into the manual inflation tubes attached to the vest. For information on the location and use of fire extinguishers, as well as other emergency or survival equipment, refer to your passenger briefing card or consult your flight crew. Thank you, and have a pleasant flight.
Cessna 778, continue taxi.
Roger, Cessna 778. Runway 28 ready for departure IFR to St. Thomas.
Cessna 778, altimeter 29er.9er2, wind 28 Trinity. Cleared for takeoff, runway 28.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 28, Cessna 778.
Alright, so we're ready to go, man. Let's make our way towards St. Thomas. And rotate. Gear coming up. And I'm just going to put the autopilot with the vertical speed on. That was one thing I was having problems was when I would put the autopilot on, I guess I'd forget to put the vertical speed as well, and the plane would drop. So I finally, you know, after watching some tutorials and able to remember to set the vertical, because that's what's going to actually take the plane up. And of course, I always do this in the CJ4, the overspeed. You know, it's just a matter of pulling back the throttle and slowing it down. This plane's quick, man. This plane is fast. It wants the speed. It wants to go fast. So usually I'll bring the throttle down because I always forget to. Once I go into vertical speed, once I turn on the vertical speed, I'm at like full throttle. So also set the nav so it'll start following the course of the flight plan. As you can see here, I'm doing the old UE around the airport and towards the Hamar waypoint. And there you go. Brought my flaps up. Landing lights are off. And we're on our way to St. Thomas and hope that I can land this bad boy in one piece. The other day I was doing the landing challenges, which for the first time, which I'll be putting that out later. I went about it 7 times, and only one time I even got close to a high score. So I mean, it's no joke. It's definitely a challenge. And I did it in a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan, so I'll be posting that later on. Alright, so we're making our way, leaving the coast of Puerto Rico. And St. Thomas is just a hop and a skip. So we're going up to 11,000, but we're going to be up there mere minutes before we have to start a descent back down. So very quick flight on a very fast plane, so you know how that goes.
Altitude.
So we're flying over the beautiful Caribbean, and I love how you can see the reefs offshore. And I think Microsoft Flight Simulator uses Bing Maps, of course, because it's owned by Microsoft. And from very high up, man, it looks pretty good. It looks very good. I know there's a lot of people that are working on different areas of the world to give it that 3D photogrammetry type thing, to make the buildings look real sharp and realistic. So many years ahead of improvement in the simulator. So I'm looking forward to all of it.
Cessna 778.
And here we go. We've been cleared for our descent. We're going to make our way towards that runway. And let's see if we can land this bad boy. We're still a little over, what is it, 30 miles out. We're gonna start descending to 2,800 feet, and we're using the VNav, which controls your vertical speed, and it does a pretty good job in this plane. So once we get down to 2,800, I will activate the approach, and the glide scope will come in, and that'll help us glide all the way down the rest of the way. So let's see how that works out for me. And there I go, speeding the plane again. So I'm going to use the speed brake to slow the plane down substantially. It's one thing I got to get into the habit of using is keeping my eye on the speed of this plane, man. It just loves to get away. It'll get away from you if you're not paying attention. So I use some of that speed brake to slow it down. And we're about 12 miles away from the approach. Usually this plane can land at about 100 to 110 knots. We have it set for 107 due to the conditions. So that's the sweet spot. That's where I have to keep it to make it a smooth landing. So we'll see if we can make that happen.
Altitude.
Cessna 778, you are 14 miles west of St. Thomas. Contact St. Thomas Tower on 118.1 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 118.1 Cessna 778. St. Thomas Tower Cessna 778 13 miles west inbound RNAV runway 10 approach. Cessna 778 St. Thomas Tower. Altimeter 29.9 with 283 and 8. Cleared RNAV runway 10 approach. Cleared RNAV runway 10 approach Cessna 778.
And there's the runway in front of us, and we're going to make our approach. We're about 10 miles away. I have the approach on, so that's when our glide scope will start kicking in. Hopefully it'll work this time. Last couple times I've been flying this plane for some reason, and it could definitely be something that I've been doing wrong, being that I'm learning this, is that I was either coming in way too high or way too low, and that's when I start to panic and turn the autopilot off, come in either too high on the runway or too low, and then we do the old bouncy house type effect with the plane.
Please. We will be landing shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices, stow tables, secure luggage, and loose articles. Return your seat to the upright and outboard position. Extend your headrest and fasten your lap belt and shoulder harness. After landing, please remain in your seat with your lap belt and shoulder harness securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop in the parking area. Thank you.
Landing gear.
when the plane, the computer feels like it's dropping too fast, it tends to pull its nose up to keep control of the descent. So that's why you see it, like you can see the runway, and then it just pulls up a little bit, and that's because I'm coming in too fast. So now you can see it drops its nose again once it feels like it's on the correct glide path. And that's when the speed brake, and you gotta stay on top of the throttle. This plane doesn't have auto throttle. If it had auto throttle, I didn't have to worry about that. But I do have to worry about the speed with this plane. So that's why it picks its nose up like that. And you can even by eye tell sometimes, I'm coming in way too low. But I think we should be good right now, and we'll have the moment of truth in a few minutes here. As you can tell, I'm getting ready to
500.
dislodge the autopilot. See what happens. As you can see, the poppy lights, I'm coming in too high. Which is, you can see the glide scope.
Autopilot.
So I take the autopilot off. Oh boy. This looks like it's going to be a bumpy one. Oh, it's coming off to the side. Now I'm coming in too low. Oh, no, that was a bad landing. Let's see if I can control it. Oh, bouncy house effect. Oh my god. Damn. Oh, and I landed. That could have been a total disaster. But I save it at the end. A terrible landing. You can tell that I need much practice, man. But the landing gear is intact. They're gonna have to, maintenance is gonna have to look those over. Good thing the plane wasn't full. Alright, we're gonna park at the gate. Listen, like the old saying goes, practice makes perfect, and I need a lot of practice. So, but we made it in one piece. The plane's still together. It might need to be looked over, but we made it to St. Thomas. I'm pretty sure the passengers are well shooken up. Going back, they're gonna be like, can we get a different pilot? Anyways, man, thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel if you dig my journey on Flight Simulator. And check out the Facebook page, man, D-Rock's Sim Corner. It's on Facebook. I'll be posting I'll be doing some lives there down the road once I feel more comfortable with this. So like the page over there as well. Anyways, man, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on another episode. Peace.